That would be the question. Why did Bishop Jakes attend those P. Diddy parties? Sister Vanessa, this is the video response back to you as we off top. Give the Holy Spirit all the honor, the glory, and all praise and worship. Listen, I love your email. When you look at what's been going on all over social media, like you say, people leaving the Potter's house, people want answers, and there is no answers that TD Jakes is giving them. I feel you on that, especially when something is done out in the open, in the public. You owe them some answers. You owe them some answers. They need to know the truth. Because, see, you got a lot of new people in the faith who are very hurt. And some of the older ones in the faith are very hurt. But when you sit up and say stuff like, I'm not going to use my pulpit, to address stuff like that, or like they asked them about homosexuality, can it coexist? Like I said a while back, a lot of these mega churches and these pastors, man, they will not talk, preach, and go against homosexuality. They be all for the LGBT. And that should show you, that raised a red flag off top right there. But like you say, that no answers. I mean, taking the pictures and hugged up with P. Diddy, all the things that's going on with TD Jakes' son, he don't address none of that stuff, which make you look guilty. See, I'm going to say something like I've been saying for years. A heaven-sent Holy Spirit pastor that is called by the Most High will stand and be bold against homosexuality and would never be at a P. Diddy party. Let me tell you something. If you from the hood, or even gangsters, people that's unbelievers, men that's unbelievers, and man, I don't really believe in God, they'll tell you, man, I won't even go to a P. Diddy party. If you listen to things that Ursha said when he was about, what was Ursha about, around 14 years old? If you just listen to people that's done been to them parties, they warning you that any and everything can go on. So when TD Jakes, Bishop Jakes, put himself out there in the open with all those pictures and hugged up with P. Diddy and the stuff that he won't stand against with all these allegations and everything going on, what's true and what's not true, he owed them people some answers. If you have nothing to hide, then it shouldn't even be nothing for you to come forward and be like saying what the truth is. But once again, when it's done in the public, you put yourself out there on the line like that, you got, I don't know how many members done left the Potter's house now. You still got a lot of members that go, but it's a lot of people now, they have lost total respect for TD Jakes. Now, of course, you've been had this thing going on between Bishop Jakes and Pastor Geno Jennings. But one thing you can say about Geno Jennings is Geno Jennings will stand bold on going against homosexuality, the LGBT community. But look at how many people hate Pastor Geno. Look at how many people like Jakes. Look at how many people hate Jakes. Look at how many people like Geno. And Geno makes a good strong point when he talks about how they won't say nothing. And when Bishop Jakes said, oh yes, I believe it could coexist, that made him just look even more and more guilty, because not just him, like I say, Joel Osteen, a lot of them, they will not stand against homosexuality, the LGBT community. They quick to bypass those questions. But once again, you have to live that set-apart lifestyle. And you got people crying, hurt. The new people trying to figure out what's going on. I looked up to him. I looked up just like they looked up to Eddie Long. I mean, like we've been saying, the Holy Spirit is exposing. This is not a hate message toward Bishop Jakes. I don't do hate messages, but it's a lot of exposure. And I'm gonna say this like I said in the other video, it don't look good for him because the simple fact he won't address what he's done in the public, to the public. That's why an open rebuke is very necessary. See, I couldn't have been at the Potter's house. When he stood in that pulpit and said that, I would have been one of the first ones to stand up out of respect, Bishop. But see, I know me. That's why I don't go to certain places. I know how my mouth can get because I'm not one of them quiet dudes be like, nah, you owe us. See, I would have stood up, nah, you need to explain yourself out of love, brother. Because the Bible already says when you got an issue with your brother. And I guarantee you, somebody that tried to go to TD Jakes one-on-one. I know questions that have been asked. Then the Bible says you get 2 or 3 as a witness. And then what it says after that, bring it in front of the congregation. That's the biblical way. But here go the question, did they really even try to bring it in front of the congregation? That's your church you go to. That's your tithes that you pay. He owe you answers. But he just dodged everything that goes on. Now you got this video going around about Sarita Jakes talking about leaving him. Like I said the other day. But the truth will always come out. What is done in the dark, it can't help but to come out to the light. It's going to come out. And he may not never admit to what's really going on. He may. I don't know. I'm not all-knowing. But I know it's a lot of hurt people. That's the part I always look at. Because you got to realize, man, there are people just blind. People are blind and new to the faith. And they get caught off guard because so many people are putting their trust in the bishop. They putting their trust in the man. You don't think that man can fall? Man, come on. Like I said in other videos, Jake should have never been at those parties, and he should have never those pictures that got out. If you just listen at what if you listen at what the world says about P. Diddy. Now the question is, once again, what are you doing at that party? If you set apart and holy, and all kind of booty action, men on men. Man, it ain't no secret what goes on. It ain't no secret. I remember one video they had did it, man, what do you prefer? He said it depends on how I feel that day. But like I say, the going to the parties, I don't know if that guy was, once again, I don't know if he was a real police officer or whatever, that was on that dancing. Everybody know that man was just gay. And he was just backing it up on TD Jakes. And TD Jakes was just standing there patting his foot. He don't address none of that stuff. And you better not sit there and say you just having a good time. No. Just like that other, what's that dude name? And I'll close after this. These bishops, man. Who that boy talking about? I am delivered. What's his name? When that stuff went all viral all over the internet, Bishop Porter, what's his name? Porter. I don't know his first name, but I think his last name Porter. Any person in their right mind can look at that video and tell that mess was fake. The shout was fake. The testimony was fake. The speaking in tongues was fake. He just sitting there as the bishop talking about, if y'all want praise with this boy, listen to what the boy say. I'm not gay no more. I want to be delivered with a T on the end. I don't like men's no more. I like women. Women. The boy sounded like he was drowning in water. Y'all know that tongue was fake. He was speaking in. I won't wear a purse no more. And then after that stuff, he kept posting videos. He never got delivered. He still had that homosexual spirit all over him. I was praying for that boy to get delivered. I don't want nobody to miss heaven, excuse me. But a lot of people are choosing hell. So that's my little 4 cents on this little video here. And on that note, y'all have a blessed day. Shalom.